to donate an ACL. Grossi Posse Packer Nation. Welcome to an episode of Packcast, the podcast where you don't have to be a Packers fan, but it sure does help. I'm your host, Tom. David Bakhtiari, you get better soon, buddy. You get better soon. Grossi, and today we're going to be breaking down the breaking news that David Bakhtiari is going to be put on the PUP list, meaning that he will be out for at least the first 6 weeks of the 2021-2022 NFL season, which again is not terribly surprising, but oof, does it still hurt. The 6 weeks are going to be a little bit rough. Before we get to that, I want to do a big shout and thank you to some brand new patrons. First, we have Hutton Giljars coming back and joining the royalty tier. And we have Tom Grossi's #1 fan, Jimmy, with a 69.69 membership. It's not even an option, but you did it, you crazy son of a gun. You did it. A big shout out and thank you to you both. So today is obviously cut down day in which the Packers are reducing their roster to their initial 53-man roster. And we've already seen cuts. We've seen Ento cut. I said that yesterday. We've seen EQ. We've seen Ben Kurt, unfortunately, cut, but I hope he's back on the practice squad. We've seen Ben Braden cut today. So there's been some shocking developments all throughout the day. And we'll see kind of what happens after everybody clears waivers. But they announced today that Bakhtiari is going to start the season on the PUP list. And as Domofsky pointed out, he couldn't go on IR, in which he could have come back after week 3, because he would have had to pass a physical to make the initial 53. And right now, he wouldn't have been able to do that. So it looks like we're going to have Elton Jenkins move on over to left tackle, the guy who literally can play any position along that line. Thank God we have him. Which, by the way, when contract extensions are going to happen, you know that pit of gold, that pool of gold that Scrooge McDuck swims in? Yeah, that's all gonna go there to Jenkins. And then on top of that, because Jenkins is gonna be like, okay, this is good for the first year, then Goody's gonna have to go and travel to meet Smog the Dragon and say, hey buddy, what's going on, Lonely Mountain? Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of this dwarven treasure, please. I'm going to need that. And then maybe we'll be able to afford him for 2 years, because good God, that man is going to get paid. But I'm not really too worried about Jenkins on the line. Obviously, I do worry a little bit more about the depth along the line. And, you know, when Bakhtiari dubs come back, that O-line is going to be fantastic. And it does make sense because you don't want to rush him back, even though he's looked good, you know, in working out and all that great stuff. You don't want to rush it back because he only tore his ACL, back on New Year's Eve. So it's only been about 8 months. And taking a look at our opponents in those first 6 weeks, we do have at least 3 teams that have a really good pass rush. I'm talking about the 49ers, the Steelers, and the Bears. Our other opponents include the Saints, the Lions, and the Bengals, who I'm not as worried about when it comes to their defense. But those 3 games are going to be tough tests. And Jenkins is going to earn every single bit of that paycheck if he is the starting left tackle. So there obviously is a bit of concern there, but I'm still pretty damn confident in the Packers' ability. We won without David Bakhtiari, even a playoff game without David Bakhtiari. Obviously, that wasn't the case when it came to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but we're not playing them right now, so we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, it'll be an uphill battle for the Green Bay Packers in those first 6 games, but hopefully it's only 6 games that he's going to miss. But until then, we'll just wait and see if there's any other developments. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. How do you feel about Bakhtiari sitting on the PUP list? How do you feel about Jenkins at left tackle? Let me know. You can always send me at TomGrossiComedy.com or at TomGrossiComedy on all social media. See down below. Check out Packcast on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, Spotify, and of course YouTube. And a big shout and thank you to all the patrons over at patreon.com/TomGrossiComedy and the YouTube members. But thank you so much for watching. We'll be having a video coming out today after 4 p.m. Eastern breaking down the Packers' initial 53-man roster. And then we'll be having a stream tonight talking about all the craziness of the day, like Cam Newton getting released. It's just insanity. We'll talk all about that later. But thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. And as always, go Pack Go.